Our deepest condolence to the bereaved family. Mom and Mrs. Tosta, they're still beautiful. And of course, the siblings. Lauren, ngayon lang kita nakita. Where have you been? Lisette, Erwin, Lilibet. Wow, my God. Ang lalaki na sila. I first met them in 1973. That was 51 years ago. They were like this. Lauren was, inaakay pa ni Ma'am Maming nung araw. Pero ngayon, look at them. And I'm very, very glad. I'm very, very happy to see you all. And let me indulge on what I've learned from General Sistosa, General Pete Sistosa, what he taught during when we were together in the service. And I remember so many instances when he said very, very sterling or admirable sayings, teachings for that matter. I remember him saying, life is not lost by dying. He said that. Dying is the beginning of an eternal life. I believe that. That explains why during our when we were serving in the AFP and it was Tablari, that explains why he is so approachable as a leader, very kind, very relational. He put the glory of friendship more, especially on his peers, and of course, among us, his underlings. He was a very, very good friend, very kind. And he exuded in us that spiritual inspiration that we really needed at this time. And he did that, exuding to us his underling. Because he knew that we believe in him and we trusted him as our leader. He also said, death will not kill a man, a good man. Death will not kill the name of a good man. Just like General Sistosa. Including those congenial, felicitous, sweet memories that brought us together during the service. He was a very good man, I can tell you that. And perhaps among these officers, I can say without any fear of contradiction, especially from General Acuña, that I practically 2/3 of my 37 years of service in the, why are you laughing? 37 years, 2/3 of my 37 years, I spent serving under no less than General Pete Sistosa. He was an amazing and very caring. As a leader, he cared for us. He dealt with us as an individual person. I can say that General Pichistosa, rarely I have seen or have served before an officer who is a 360-degree leader. 360 degrees. Lead up, lead down, lead across. Sa 37 years of service ko sa military at sa police, ang karamihan na nakikita ko sa mga leader ay puros lead up. And you know what I mean? Puros sip-sip. Well, they are very good at leading down. Why not? We have learned at the academy how to lead down. Lead our followers. Lead up. Bahala ka na. Palakasan, kasipsipan. But the most difficult for many leaders, I don't know if they attempted to do it, yung leading across. Meaning having a relational chemistry with peers. Yung mga kasama mo alongside. Wala akong masyadong nakikita. Kung minsan, wala nang umiiral sa ating kundi pagseselos, pagpupolitika, palamangan. But in the case, I can say without any doubt, in the case of General Pichistosa, he was a very relational leader. Meaning, nauuna pa yung kanyang mga peers when it comes to, whatever magaling mag-PR. Hindi niya pinapabayaan yung kanyang mga peers. Hindi kagaya ng mga iba, payabangan, palakasan. But General Pichistosa was a 360-degree leader. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I first met General Pichistosa. Ilang minutes ba ang ibinigay mo sa akin, Lisa? Okay, I will make it short. In 1973, I first met General Pichistosa. He was the Lieutenant Colonel and the Provincial Commander of Davao Norte, Tato, based in Tato. 1973. That's about 51 years ago. And I was a young, dazzling-looking person at the time. Newly graduated from the PMA, 1969. 73, that's only about 4 years after. So they assigned me as his company commander in Tato, covering the whole area of the Davao Norte. We did our job. He was a very inspiring leader. And you know, I can still remember what he taught us when we were young lieutenants. He said, Rene, smile in the face of any problem. Develop strength whenever you are faced with a trouble or distress. Maintain firmness of purpose. Yun ang palagi niyang sinasabi sa amin. Kung minsan hindi ko na siya maintindihan. Pero those were the words of General Pichistosa. I only learned later. Ang akala ko noon, nung unang tingin ko sa kanya, mabagsik at mahirap kausapin. Yun pala, bandang huli, hindi pala ganun. He was very, very approachable, very kind. My God, I've never served any under a leader like him. And he taught us so many things, how to handle ourselves especially during combat. You know, Davao Norte was, practically the entire Davao area was infested with MPs at the time. we did our job. And we were so proud that Davao Norte Command was one of the best command in the entire Fort Fishing Zone at the time. All because we had a very competent, committed, and consistent leader, General P.C. Stosa. And then I served under him when he was in 1990. He was the Chief of Intelligence, CITO, Camp Crame. He took me as his executive officer. Hindi ko man kilala ang mga ito noon. Alam niyo ang instruction ni General Sisto sa akin being an executive officer. Sabi niya, Rene, you will be my executive officer. You will execute everybody. Joke lang naman yun. And then in 1999, let me go a little bit backward. He was the regional director of Cagayan Valley, Region 2. And you know what he did to me? He got me. And he assigned me as provincial commander of Kalinga, Apayao. At that time, dalawa pa lang, isa pa lang probinsya yung Kalinga, Apayao. Hindi pa separated. And you know how it was. Kalinga, Apayao is a very mountainous area. Practically, nobody even volunteered to be assigned there as provincial commander. And at that time, Kalinga, Apayao was the training base of the entire New People's Army, Philippine-wide. Diyan ang problema natin mga araw. Sabi niya, Rene, I want you to assume command of Kalinga, Apayao. I did. And you know what he told me? When you are going to assume command, you say it like this. And I said it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was told before I assumed command that I must be very careful because in this place it's very dangerous. You know what I said after? But let me tell you, sabihin ninyo sa kanila na sila ang mag-ingat sa akin. Yan ang sinabi ko. Pero kinakabahan din ako naman. Parang ano lang yun. Sabi nila, mag-ingat ka, ako provincial commander. Pero sinabi ko, sila ang mag-ingat sa akin. And with the inspiration of General Sistosa, was then my regional commander. I did the job. And we made it to the top as the provincial command of the year. And I was designated as the PC Officer of the Year. Palakpakan naman natin. Totoo yan, hindi pa nag-biro. And we did it. And all because of General Sistosa. Pag iba lang siguro ang regional commander ko noon, wow. Baka ibang nangyayari, nag-resign na lang ako. Because General Sistosa, the moment I conceive of an operation, he calls tatawagan niya yung Philippine Air Force Detachment, lahat na helicopter at saka Sikorsky nasa akin. Ako naman, talagang pinagbibira ko naman doon, kaya I was charged. I was charged for human rights violation. Kasi lahat na mga base ng mga NPA na yan, pag barangay namin, talagang binibira ko ng araw. Pero, talaga naman. And you know, let me, give me more 3 minutes. Let me relate to you one of the most, I will remember always what he said to me, because at that time, We are always in combat, almost every day during that time. You know, Rene, sabi niya sa akin, ito lang ang advice ko sa iyo. In combat, sabi niya, forget or control your emotional responses when faced with the enemy. Anger, sabi niya, might make you overreact, rush your decision, and may make you forget some other more or better options that you should make. Fear, yung pagkatakot, sabi niya, will make you over defensive, which is true. Ano bang sinabi? Too much accommodation. Ito, sinabi niya ito. Too much accommodation of your enemy will prevent you from knowing some treacherous movement of your enemy, which is correct. Si President, I'm sorry. Yung ating presidente nung nakaraan, yan ang mistake niya. Too much accommodation, my God. Napakasimple. Anong ginawa niya? Masyadong accommodating doon. Sa mga kala tao, yung chick pala. Ayun, China. We learn about all these things. Masyado siyang accommodating. Now, what happened? Many treacherous movements of China, let me say it forward. Many treacherous movements were done by China. I hope you will agree with me. Kaya yan ang sinabi ni General Sistosa. Never indulge in too much accommodation with your enemy. And the last, what he said? Huwag masyadong overconfident. Because probably of your previous successes in operation, you will become overconfident. Never do that. Because it might make you commit mistakes. Napakagaling ito si General Sistosa. Baka hindi niyo alam siya number 1 sa class nila. Sa PMA, he was the number 1. Alam ba niyo yan? Hindi nila alam yung may I was only number 5. Top 10 naman kami dalawa. Siguro kung nagkaklase pa kami, ay sige, number 2 na ako. He was a very good leader. We loved him so much. Marami pa akong ibang assignment ginawa niya, kagaya na when he was Chief of Staff ng General Staff sa Camp Crame, he needed a secretary. I was then the Provincial Commander of Ilocos Sur at that time. When was that? It was about 1992. And sabi niya sa akin, Rene, dito ko na lang, secretary ka. So I left my command and reported to him. Alam naman niyo yung secretary ng General Staff, ang daming papeles yan na overloaded. Kasi General Staff management ka. And then when he became the Capcom commander, yung NCRPO ngayon, he got me again as his deputy for administration. At the same time, tinanggal niya yung chief of staff niya. I will not mention the name. Inilagay niya ako chief of staff. Diyan ka lang muna. I need you. Sabi niya gano'n. Kaya akong deputy for admin, at the same time, chief of staff. Napakabigat yung aking trabaho noong araw. Talagang, yun lang naman ninyo. Alam niyo, etong yan. Mainitin ang ulo. Ulo ko, wala naman, nai-stress ako. Kaya all the provincial, all the district directors at the time, whenever they need to talk to General Sistosa, they have to pass through me. And every time they do that, tatanungin muna yung secretary ko na babae, poliswoman. Tatanungin, kumusta ang ulo ni Rene? E pag mainit ang ulo, wala na, they'll forget about it. Pero kung malamig, ayan, diretso kay General Sistosa. Yun ang buhay namin noong araw. Okay. We love the guy. He was a very, very good man. Rarely have I seen or had served under a competent, consistent, and committed leader like him. So, sir, with a heavy heart, may I say, rest in God's graces, rest in peace. You have left us, but we will never forget you. Thank you, and may I say, till we meet again. Thank you very much.